everybody, welcome back. The Northernlion dies like awful lot in the Shrine of Amana, specifically in Dark Souls 2. Fuck my bloodstain, we're not going back to this place ever again, so I apologize for kind of cheesing it and not really showing you how I got here. That should give you a trick. I used a bow and a staggering amount of arrows to basically snipe the sorceress and sorceresses from afar. I don't like this area. Let's move on. I've literally, since I ended the last episode after like 4 times of me dying in exactly the same position, what have I accomplished? Died about 30 more times in exactly the same position. So seriously, you didn't miss much. But I started the episode, and there is your bonfire. And it doesn't get much easier from this point on, to be honest with you. Not until we leave the shrine, anyway. We do have these angry mushroom things, and they're one-shotters. You know, we can kill them in one hit. I don't really know what the benefit is. If we wanted to farm some souls, I guess we could. But the real problem is that, unlike the poison mushroom men, these are actually toxic mushroom men. So what they do is they're a corrosive, like, acid mushroom men. So they actually send out a cloud that will damage, like, all of our equipment if we get caught in it. So let's try not to. Again, as if this area wasn't bad enough. Why not break all of your fucking equipment while you're here as well? I can't tell you how many times I've done this area off camera. Doesn't matter, man. Even if you do this area 1,000 times off camera, I guess it's still pretty difficult. The good news is, I guess I still have my... Oh, I don't have my arrows equipped anymore, but, I wonder if I can just poison this guy to get through? He keeps respawning, which is just kind of hilarious, I guess. But these will inflict poison damage, maybe, over time, if it actually doesn't have, like, an immunity to it. There we go. So now we can just hang back and have some fun. Might as well unequip our bow. It's just killing our time here. And we'll put on Vengarl's gloves, and we can probably put on some leggings as well. Why not Vengarl's leggings? Yeah, sure. There we go. That thing has died. Now you're about to witness the other reason why this area is super difficult. You thought those sorcerers were the last sorcerers that we'd have to deal with? Hell no. Prepare yourselves for Apocalypse 2.0, Electric Boo 0.0. There is a way to Lion Strat this area. The boss is just through here. And I'm gonna waste an Estus flask right now, which might seem real silly, but really what we're doing here is almost like an action movie style, like run between the pillars as the bullets come to try to get you, type thing. Which is great, because this is my favorite part of playing Dark Souls. But in any case, here's what we do. We run. And if we're lucky enough that our zigzagging technique actually pseudo works here, there is actually the world's greatest saving grace. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, right here, will actually block all of this incoming damage, which is absurd and incredibly useful. I never would have thought that that would be the most important rock in video game history, but there it is. Alright, so we open this door. We can still get shot through the door. You can't see it right now, but we'll go talk to this lady, and she'll explode in a ball of light. I sound bitter, and to be honest with you, it's because I am a little bitter. I really, really dislike this area. And, you know, in all fairness, the game is doing what it does, right? Frustrates you, beats you down, but also wows you with some elements of great design. That being said, I really, really hate this area. Also, I've made an awful mistake. I should not be going into this fight with my Llewellyn shield. Should be going in with my tower shield. I believe I've gotten exceptionally lucky and actually managed to change my shield before the boss battle started, much to my surprise. So this is Demon of Song. What's the deal with Demon of Song? A lot of people think he's really easy, a lot of people think he's really hard. The kind of overarching thing about Demon of Song that a lot of people seem to think is that he's a really kind of neat boss. I don't necessarily disagree. I think Demon of Song's pretty cool. He's got that cool gimmick where you can't hit him when he's got his armor up all over his face. He's also got some moves that I would consider absolute fucking bullshit. And to be honest with you, I've forgotten what a lot of them are, so I expect to die at least a couple of times here. May end up using some resin. Obviously, I'm not doing an awful lot of damage to him just yet. But I'm just trying to remember what his actual moveset is. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, he can one-shot you. Or he can one-shot me with my limited vitality. So, this is, you know, part of the reason why I think Shrine of Amana is one of the most difficult areas of the game. A lot of people don't have problems with Demon of Song. I would like to meet these people and say hello, because I have some terrible problems. He's probably got some resistances and some weaknesses that I'm not familiar with. Maybe before we go in for the next fight, we'll pop some resin. But one thing's for sure, I think Demon of Song, at least among non-optional bosses, has, like, the toughest, like, lead up to the boss room and boss room of the entire game. So I think what I can do, if I'm brave... Oh! Don't attack the wrong area, please. Thank you. Is just run through this and hope not to get poisoned, essentially. I wonder if there's... I don't think there's a summon available for this fight. Not that most of the AI summons would help me out that much anyway. I was doing my, like, practice for my faith build. What hit me there? There was, like, a beam under the water from one of these jerks. Yeah, it did it again. Alright, cool. Fantastic. It's not like I need my Estus for this boss fight anyway. This is what I get for lion stratting, but, you know, ask most people, and they will tell you pretty much exactly the same thing that I'm dealing with here is fairly common experience for the Shrine of Amana. The good news is, yes, I'm using like a fuck ton of Estus, but it doesn't really matter at all, apparently, because I get one shot by the boss anyway. And the terrible news is that, again, he can still hit you through this freaking door, which is the dumbest thing of all time. But that's okay. We'll just use a medallion. Or something. Yeah, dragon charm. That's fine. Again, this probably has, like, some relevance that's substantially more important than I actually know. But that's okay. We're going to use it to greatly restore our HP. And you know what? Why don't we, we have a lot of human effigies. Why don't we just pop one and see what's up? Maybe there is a summon around here. Maybe you had to talk to somebody to get a summon. Again, I'm playing in offline mode. I've beaten Demon of Song before. It was just really annoying. And I envy all of you who were able to beat it very easily. Don't take that out of context, please. So we'll put some gold pine resin on our large club +1. It's kind of amazing. Like, after this area, there's not really a whole lot that really gave me a ton of trouble in Dark Souls 2. But this area was definitely, and this boss was definitely one of them. So I think it kind of follows the same protocol of, you know, most Dark Souls bosses, which is just kind of, you know, shield up and then circle around them. Gold Pine Resin seems to do a decent job, but we're not going to be able to do very much before it runs out, I think. Each shot that we do is like 1/20th of his overall HP. So if I can just, like, if I can keep him from doing moves that take out 100% of my fucking HP, then I would be over the... There's a plastic cup. I can't even break it. I can squeeze it a little bit. This is not a Dark Souls 2 rage through. What this is me being honest and me being and blunt. And I don't think this is a poorly designed area. I think it's designed to infuriate, and I think it does a very good job of it. But this goes out to everyone who's been watching this so far and is going like, herp derp, Dark Souls 2 seems like it's way easier. After all, Northernlion's able to just run through everything without running into any trouble at all. This area is hell. It's hell. It's not fire and brimstone. It's sorcerers and savagery. Now again, if you wanted to, you could absolutely just kind of hide behind these pillars, occasionally poke your head out, cast a spell if you've got one. I would recommend it. Man, I think this is one of those areas that, you know, really casters are going to have a huge advantage relative to melee characters. And also, of course, if you get too close to the edge, you will fall off and die. Because that's just, you know, it's not already imbalanced enough. The AI... And it is AI if you think about it, but on those homing fucking lasers is actually staggering how good they are. They will get you through that door. One almost got me right there again. So we might as well Estus up all the way, because there's basically no way I'm going to beat this boss without being at full health. He pretty much one-shots me anyway. And this is basically how my fight against this boss went in my off-camera play as well. I had to be perfect. And he does a grab move, and if you can bait him into doing the grab move over and over and over, that's going to be a big ticket that will help you succeed. So he does the two-hand smack, then one of those, then does he come back the other way? He does, then he goes up in the air, right? No, that was just last time as a Northernlion special to truly fuck me over. So more than almost any boss in the game, I would say. That's the grab. Oh my, he didn't get me. He just kind of smacked me a little bit. Holy shit, I got very lucky. More than any other boss in the game, in my opinion at least, I think Demon of Song very much rewards patience, perseverance. He does the and then does he go up in the air? No. Good. So we hit him in the face. Oh my god, are you kidding? We got him, okay, that's good. Cost us a little bit of stamina, but It rewards patience, rewards perseverance, rewards, you know, staying consistent for a long time. Otherwise, no. I'm genuinely a little mad, to be honest with you. You know, the early game of Dark Souls 2 is difficult. Don't get me wrong. There are tough bosses. Not to spoil anything, because you've seen it already, but if you look at bosses like, if you fight the Pursuer early, that's tough. If you fight Bell Gargoyles early, that's tough. If you know, the Rodden is still a fairly early boss. He's tricky. But this game really throws it into overdrive once you get just slightly further in. This being the hardest, I think. Not even necessarily the hardest boss. I don't know. It's hard to say. We haven't seen him yet, but Smelter Demon's also a pain in the ass if you're a melee character. If you're not a melee you know, again, your mileage may vary. This Demon of Song might be super easy if you're a caster type or something like that, but I'm not, obviously. By the way, the other way you would get through this area, if you wanted to, and you probably want to, is to, is there one more shot? There is? Oh, it didn't get me for once. I'm amazed. Only used 2 Estus getting to the boss this time. Well, Lottie fucking da. 8 poison throwing knives probably isn't enough, like, right at the start of the fight to poison him, but if it is, then we'll give it a try anyway. It's not like we're doing anything else. Oh, we gotta get a little closer. And we probably missed our window then. Well, that's not gonna work either. I hit him. It did 49 damage. Is he gonna pop out again? Oh, that's scary. His moves eat so much fucking stamina. Oh, it's the grab, and I got out of the way. What you kind of want to do, and the way I beat this fight, when I beat it off camera, is basically bait the grab like 20 times. And if you're able to do that, and dodge every single time, then the world is your fucking oyster. Alright. 1 hit per time is okay by me. I know we haven't even gotten close yet. Don't let that get you down. Most important thing for me to remember is until he stops fucking moving, shield stays up. Because he could always do that shitty... Oh my god, your fucking elbows are too fast, man. He can always do that move where he comes down on top of you. And that's probably going to hurt me already. It's not like I have an enormous shield blocking the top of my head, at least. There we go. So we get a chance to completely freaking miss, but then we caught him on the elbow. That's got to hurt. Okay, keep it up. This is a dangerous move for me. A dangerous move that I hate because apparently the freaking Demon of Song has the world's sharpest knees of all time. If you get caught in that attack in the knees, just like, sorry, basically, your life's over. I'm a little bit underleveled for this fight, to be honest with you. I could probably get away with being a little bit... Okay, great. I could probably get away with being a little bit higher level. Which is something I might do, but I don't really, you know, farm in Dark Souls, because it's not really that kind of game. But we'll see what's up here. Alright, he's going to do the Raging attack for a while. That's fine. I can stay out of the way. I have the discipline to keep my shield up. And then cut you on your freaking forearms after. So it's just methodical. It's just staying good, staying clear, getting crushed by the freaking frog legs over and over. That's, thank God he didn't just jump on top of me. Really should have stacked some more healing items on my quick bar here. But if we just get him low enough so we know we can actually beat him, that means something to me, you know? Oh, is he gonna... he stopped. You don't have to hit him in the arms. You can hit him in the face if you want to. I don't know if one does more damage than the other. Just want to keep him from doing those, like, huge attacks where he, like, jumps up. Because those are much more difficult to avoid. I think he only does 1 attack per cycle, too. So, you know, you can see if you can just get in the zone. He's not impossible by any stretch of the imagination. He's very doable. There we go. He's probably below half now. I'm starting to get renewed hope. Oh, yes. Okay, so that time I just didn't do what I normally do, which is instinctively dodge around to the knee and then wonder why I'm dying. That time I stayed very close, and it went fine. I don't like this attack because I'm always so tempted to stop before It's actually done. Okay. We're alright. We're alright. I actually did manage to hit him there as well. Didn't mean to hit twice, but that's okay. Roll. Oh, we got out of the way of the grab. Holy crap. Okay, stamina up. Stay strong. We've got an Estus left. If I put Pine Resin on this one, I would have been fine. Don't dodge into it. Watch out for the upper attack. He's not doing it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a real thing that could happen. Oh, I didn't get caught in the grab. Childlike wonder. Coming to the fore. Oh, shit. I beat Demon of Song, which is something that well, after dying like 3 times, I thought was going to happen off camera. So I got the key to the embedded. Those of you who watched a couple episodes ago but you know, I'm high on adrenaline right now. I'm sorry. I don't think this is the way. I think this is the way we came in. So we got to find a way to get out of the Demon of Song area here. And there is another area that this leads to. Please tell me there's no place where I could accidentally fall into the water. That would be a cruel fucking joke at this point. Alright, that's a big load off my shoulders, because we never have to come back to that area again if we don't want to. And I assure you, I don't want to. I was just scared for a second, because I was like, wait a minute, isn't this the area where I came in? No, but it just looks very similar. Alright, so, there's probably items in this area. You should talk to somebody who's smarter than me if you want to know what those items are, because right now, I'm just thrilled to be alive, and thrilled to have a reasonable excuse to not have to do editing. Hope you guys enjoyed those deaths. I was just checking to see if maybe this was a secret wall. It's not, because you can't even walk up to it. And is there any item kind of resting around over here? Nope. Alright, so down we go this time. I believe we are headed to Undead Crypt. And this is an area that's rife with its own degree of bullshit, if you ask me. Again, totally fine with me. That's Dark Souls in a nutshell. There are some areas that are a little bullshit. There's things in, you know, I don't mean bullshit. Bullshit's like a knee-jerk reactionary term to things that I don't like and kill me. But, you know, don't tell me that you've ever gone through Blighttown and been toxified by some of those arrows while the mosquitoes are chasing you and, like, blow-dart dudes are trying to shoot at you while the fat dudes with the clubs are chasing you down and you're like, you know, you're saying this is bullshit, and it kind of is. But that's good bullshit. It's like bullshit with a reason, or bullshit with a noble motive is what Dark Souls is to me. And Dark Souls 2 is, you know, definitely one of those games that's in contention for my favorite game of the year. And I think it's borderline on par with Dark Souls 1, if not on par with Dark Souls 1. It may genuinely be on par with Dark Souls 1. But there's still there's some bullshit in it, for better or for worse. So we're going to rest up. I'm not worried at all about 28,000 souls. Occasionally I look in the comments and people are like, Northernlion, you lost 8,000 souls. I don't care, really. I'd rather just get better, and, like, I'm not saying souls are meaningless. If I have them, it's better to cash them in. I'm more just saying, I don't live my life in pursuit of souls, you know? I was just checking to see if, like, blowing this thing up, because I don't know what it is, basically. It might be pitch that would actually light me on fire with these torch guys. Yeah, I feel like a real smart dude now. Because these guys are definitely gonna light me on fire. You'd think that I would learn my lesson. Don't roll through barrels. Yeah, good throw as well. There's a real curve on that one, Roger Clemens. So let's see if we can get... it's not a backstab animation, but it was good enough to kill him in one hit, so maybe that will make me a little bit better off. I'm sure there's some great lore here if you look at these statues and, like, frescoes that are around. These guys, not really that bad in the whole scheme of things, to be honest with you. That guy, a little bit more of a pain in the ass. Kind of like the sorcerers from the DLC in Dark Souls 1. Oh my god, how did that miss? I crushed a priceless artifact, but didn't do any damage to the freaking hollow. Alright. Very much like the sorcerers in the DLC in Dark Souls 1, as you can see. Only I don't think they'll one-shot me. They'll be annoying, but I'm pretty sure I'm better off here. I think this is easier than the DLC in Dark Souls 1. Oh, try not to... Oh, the lie! Jesus! Okay. As if, like, one area of bullshit sorcery was not enough. You had to go ahead, throw in another one, and there we go, we're dead. Prepare for this to happen a lot. You know, there's an enemy. Kind of cool design. We'll probably die at least one or two more times. Once or twice more until I decide to take a break for today to improve my sanity. We are very much approaching the end of the game. at this point, it's hard to say how many videos will be left in the series. But again, if you didn't catch it in an earlier episode, I am definitely planning on rolling a Faith melee / caster character when the PC version comes out. And, you know, Dark Souls, this series probably won't finish until the PC version's like maybe a week away. So it's not like there's going to be a huge gap in videos if you're really dying for Dark Souls 2 content. But yeah, I'm thinking I'll roll like a caster / melee character, maybe roll some kind of mace or something like that, along with miracles, which I think is going to be cool. And I know it's going to be cool. I shouldn't say think, because I've actually already gotten about halfway through the game on that character, and it's a whole lot of fun, even though miracles are largely buffs and like defensive bonuses, or heals, basically. There's still some good stuff happening with some of them. Plus, you can get hexes. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of and behind myself simultaneously here. That's a really cool spell. I really like that one when it's not directed at me. All right. Okay. I'm poisoned? What the heck poisoned me? That's the worst of all. Okay, you need to be taught a lesson, little lady. Nope, here comes my death again. Yep, it was fun while it lasted. Okay, let's try this area one more time. Well, do y'all remember the times when I was doing all right for myself and got all the way to, like, the ruin? I feel like Tom Waits, I should have, like, a cigarette in a jar of, not a jar, like, well, maybe a mason jar of whiskey on top of an old grand piano right now. Remember that time down on Baker Street? When I got all the way to the ruin sentinels before I died. Anyway, in my head, that is the greatest Tom Waits impression of all time. But that's largely due to, you know, the bones in my skull, in my inner ear, reverberating in a different way than you're hearing. It probably sounds like just I'm trying to be Ned from South Park or something like that. Anyway, this guy's in a bad place. I'm in a bad place too. Not like in real life. I'm doing all right. But in Dark Souls, it's not great. Dark arrows are probably not what we want to shoot here. I don't think arrows in general are what we want to shoot, because, like, I can't shoot fast enough to not get hit by that. But you know what we can do? Check this out. Oh, that was real smart. It didn't even do that much damage, but whatever. Let's finally take the Dark Troches, I don't know, temporarily boost Dark Defense. And we will pop that, and then run the heck through here. I hate that they make you go on this, like, serpentine path, by the way. But that's okay, because now I should be able to just FC these guys like a Buckethead song in Guitar Hero 2. Probably the worst example from that game that I could take of an FCable song. But anyway, alright. Is this helping? Well, it certainly didn't help me too much right there, did it? Estus. Oh, instead, I'll just die. Fucking fine. Well, you know what? That's gonna do it for this episode. What did we accomplish? Basically nothing, but my morale's high as a result of, you know, basically getting through Shrine of Amana. We never have to go back to Shrine of Amana again. Undead Crypt, we'll see how this works. You know what? Before we sign off, let's do it one more time. It is always frustrating, though, when you do an area and you use an item to do that area and then it doesn't work out for you. That sucks. Let's just be honest there. I think there's another bonfire close by. I don't remember spending very much time at this bonfire at all. And occasionally people get mad, like Northernlion, how do you not know where to go? Well, you know, make up your mind. Some people are like, I can't believe you're playing this game with not blind. And I'm like, do you really want like a 700 episode Let's Play? There's plenty of those, you can go find them. And then some people are like, well, why don't you know absolutely every secret? Well, not all of us were given the game in advance to write the Brady Game Strategy Guide, okay? So I'm trying to strike a balance here, both based in realism and in practicality. So I'm trying to figure out how we do this, and you know what? Lion Strat Reborn, baby. We have 12 human effigies, sorry, slip of the tongue. Let's use an Estus. And I totally forgot, like, maybe that's why I started having such a hard time with things around this point of the game. It's because I stopped doing Lion Strats and started trying to play Dark Souls like somebody who knows what they're doing. It's a very silly mistake, if you ask me. If you just run past them, turns out it's actually really easy. I don't think they're going to chase me either. I was just making sure I'm not being chased here as these guys are... Or this guy's up here.
I am Undead, guardian of the Crypt. Countless dead rest here in peace, cradled by the comfort of dark. Light only agitates. We have no need for it here. I am a finito. We weave death and watch over the dead. This task was granted to me by the one who gave us the first death. Countless souls rest here. Some of them from ages long ago. Some were rich, others poor. Some wise, some dull, but now they're all just dead. Did you come for him? The one called Vendrick. You will find him deeper inside. Many castle servants and the like have come to fetch their lord. But they rest here now, put to death by the king's own guards. Perhaps he's not in the mood for company.
So, King Vendrick's here. That's good news, or news anyway. I'm going to skip by some of this lore here, but I wanted to get that piece. So, what does he have here? He has a sail on Shield of the Insolence. Spell parry? Is that really what this is? You could use this to parry spells? That would be really useful in the shrine. He's got Insolence Armor. Ring of Thorns. Counterattacks when damage is taken. That seems interesting. Some arrows, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to buy. Elizabeth Mushroom. 13 humanity is actually really important to remember. And some sorceries and miracles as well. What is Soul Appease, actually? One of the lost miracles preserved only in the Undead Crypt inflicts heavy damage on mindless hollows but has no effect on anything else. Okay, and Warmth creates a gentle warm flame that heals those who touch it. Okay. Let's see what else he has to say. Oh, okay, I think we've gone through all his dialogue. I just want to know if maybe he'll come back to, Majula, but I doubt it. Alright, so these guys, I'm assuming they're not aggroed to us, but could be aggroed to us. Probably shouldn't check out those tombstones just to see what happens. Alright, let's continue moving onwards then. I know that there's another bonfire in the vicinity, sort of. More of the tower shield jerks. Mostly just going to be annoying if they actually do get the ability to shield, but if you just, you know, combo them like crazy, they're not going to have any opportunity. Area reminds me a little bit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, that could have gone worse, I guess. Area reminds me a little bit of, Ooh, I know exactly what we have to do. Okay. Reminds me a little bit of, like, Tomb of the Lost Giants catacombs. More of the catacombs, I guess, but a little of both in there. Now, there is a bonfire in here. If I would just stop being such a dingleheimer, I should be able to find it. And if we can rest there, that would be, like, the ideal spot to stop. So I usually come out this way. I'm just trying to remember how I did it before. And yes, I know there's a sorcerer there. You, like, come out this way and you go, like, hey, I'm Northernlion, I want to get to the bonfire. Hey, there it is. Okay. I told you, my methods may not be traditional, but they get the job done. Please allow me to rest. Okay, good. Those guys are going to disappear. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Dark Souls 2. At least we accomplished something at the end there. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. And if you did, make sure to show your support. Click the like button. You know, can I get 5,000 likes because I beat the Demon of Song, please? Then I'll release the next episode from my basement shackles. Anyway, subscribe, of course, if you want to see more Dark Souls 2 as we approach the end here, and as I start to brainstorm a new series that will start when the series ends, even though we're not quite at that degree of ending and yet. But in any case, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.